So after that minute's silence, now let's rejoin our commentary team, John Sillett and Alan Parry.
Which will have a vital say in deciding who wins promotion, but first, a commemoration of the VE Day war veterans. So representatives of more than 40 local organisations of war veterans taking part in these VE Day celebrations. A week earlier than most, of course, because this is Albion's final home game of the season. Well, let's take a check on the teams, beginning with West Bromwich Albion. Alan Buckley has named the same side which drew here last week against Derby to secure their place in the First Division for next season. With the threat of relegation removed, Buckley wants his side to turn on the style, he says, in their final home game. And a further incentive for these players to perform well today is that so many of them are soon out of contract and perhaps playing for their futures. It's a very different story for Tranmere, of course. Their recent loss of form makes it imperative they get something out of this game, especially as their final matches are against clubs also chasing promotion, Wolves and Middlesbrough. John Aldridge and Pat Nevin return from midweek internationals, fit if fatigued. Two injuries, though, for Tranmere. John Morrissey and Chris Malkin. John Kenworthy and Gary Jones take their places, and Dave Higgins replaces the suspended Sean Garnett in defence. The substitutes for Albion: Darren Bradley, Andy Hunt, recovered from a virus but not strong enough to play 90 minutes, and goalkeeper Tony Lang. For Tranmere, young striker Ian Moore, Jed Brannan, and keeper Danny Coyne. Well, many West Brom fans, I'm sure, will be wondering if this is the last time they'll see Bob Taylor in action at the Hawthorns. Taylor, one of those 18 Albion players who'll be out of contract at the end of the season. Alan Buckley says they've made him a fabulous offer to stay, but as yet, no final decision has been made. No such problems for Tranmere's leading scorer, John Aldridge. He'll be 37 next birthday, but he has another year to go on his contract, and Tranmere are happy for him to keep going as long as he keeps scoring goals. In fact, Aldridge got a hat-trick when Rovers beat West Brom 3-1 at Prenton Park in October. And whilst Aldridge was playing for Ireland in their midweek European Championship game, Pat Nevin was in Scotland's team in San Marino. Nevin's been a revelation, really, since joining Tranmere from Everton 3 seasons ago, and he's always a potential match winner. The referee today is Mr. Keith A. Cooper from Swindon. So Tranmere Rovers get this vital game underway. Alongside me, the former Coventry City manager, John Sillett. John, all the pressure on Tranmere, of course. none at all on Albion. What difference do you think that will make?
Well, it's interesting to watch this because players have always said to me that they've had too much pressure on them in the past and pressure builds up and they can't do their natural thing. Well, we'll see here what works. West Brom love playing football, love knocking the ball about, and therefore they will be looking to play football. Tranmere's got the pressure on, it's a vital game for them, and they've got to win it. There's John King there, the manager, sitting there, looking a worried man at the moment, but if he gets the result he's looking for, he'll be much happier to go to Wolves on Wednesday.
Taylor getting a vital touch on, almost released Ashcroft. Higgins getting it clear, and then knocked back by Tony Thomas. One of 6 Merseyside-born players in the Tranmere Rovers team. Their youth policy is infamous throughout the game for the number of players it produces. And Johnny King, the most successful manager in Tranmere's history, I think has done a fabulous job to keep the team in contention for promotion yet again. Tranmere in their change strip today of yellow and black stripes. West Brom in the blue and white stripes. Difficult ball there for Agnew, the man that Alan Buckley, the manager of West Brom, brought from his former club, Grimsby Town, and he's played every game since signing. Thomas heading the throw-in back again. Aldridge gets his first touch, and it took a little deflection as he hit it goalwards. No problem, though, for Stuart Naylor, who gets Albion moving forward. Looked like a foul on Taylor. The referee says no, though. And play forward again to Aldridge. However, the flag has gone up rather belatedly there. The referee did whistle, and Aldridge obviously didn't hear it. Leading scorer again for Tranmere, despite missing 15 matches with an ankle injury.
Now there's a little tackle from behind. I agree with you, Alan. I felt a foul there on Taylor, but the referee didn't see it that way and let it go.
Caldicott playing it forward. On this near side is Donovan. Burgess. Turned forward first time by Strodder. Routine save for Eric Nixon. In his 8th season now at Tranmere Rovers, big Eric Nixon, 6'4", 14 stone, an immensely powerful goalkeeper, one of the best, I think, outside the top division. Thomas knocking it in long for O'Brien, the former Newcastle and Manchester United player. Caldicott beaten to it. And now Gary Stevens, former England fullback, doing well to lose Caldicott and driving one in, and that was on its way to the top corner. Good save by Naylor, and Gary Stevens denied a dramatic goal.
Yes, great strike by Gary Stevens. He comes through, just does a little shimmy there, beats his man, and then comes in on his right foot and really strikes a powerful ball right up in the left-hand corner. Great save by Naylor.
Tranmere retain it from the corner. Kenworthy allowing it to go out for a throw-in. O'Brien will get it back to him. And Kenworthy just a bit short with that pass, really. He gave a real problem to John McGreal. And West Brom relieved to get away with that. Republic of Ireland international Liam O'Brien, signed last season from Newcastle United. Big crowd here, good atmosphere. And of course, an absolutely crucial game for Tranmere Rovers, who, if they win their 3 remaining matches here today against Wolves at Tranmere on Wednesday night, and then Middlesbrough on the final Sunday of the season, would be champions of the First Division. Tranmere have reached the playoffs 4 times in the last 5 seasons in various divisions, and the First Division playoffs in the last 2 seasons. Each time, in fact, they lost to the eventual Wembley winners, Swindon and then Leicester. With Dave Higgins just guarding that one out of play, something of a legend on Merseyside. Dave Higgins, he wouldn't have played today if Sean Garnett hadn't been suspended, but he's a real cult figure with their fans. Lee Ashcroft, one of those who will be trying to disturb his concentration today. Tranmere come here today on the back of 2 successive defeats. 5-0 thrashing at Derby, and then a 2-0 home defeat by Southend. In fact, they've lost 4 of their last 7 games. They've hit a blip at the worst possible time. Stevens. Good early challenge on Nevin made by the captain of the day for West Brom, Darryl Burgess. Here's McGreal. Thomas has found himself in a bit of space and looks for Big Jones in the box. The header away by Schroeder at the expense of a corner.
Interesting, I saw Aldridge here having a moan at the referee. He felt he was fouled in the box.
John McGreal has gone to the near post area for Nevin's corner. And it was aimed towards him. And good decisive defending by West Brom. But once again, they've conceded the corner. Schroeder getting it clear. Aldridge in the area he knows best, that 6-yard box from where he's got so many of his goals. But once again, West Brom defended well. Taylor getting it clear this time. Nevin picks it up again. O'Brien sliding it forward to McGreal. Well, the slip just enabled the challenge to come in from Burgess. Had an outstanding season, John McGreal. Only 22, and a lot of big clubs have been looking enviously at him. A long throw aimed towards Jones. Thomas. Hamilton making it difficult for him and doing well to win it back for West Brom. Certainly Tranmere are up for this. They look the more positive side in these opening minutes. O'Brien winning it back for them again. And Albion just can't get out of their own half at the moment, John.
No, it's been one of those games. They've started off by them. I mean, Tranmere started off, they're going forward, they're looking to win the ball early and play it out wide and get crosses in. Whereas West Brom seem to be just struggling to settle and get hold of the ball. They've got to get hold of the ball in midfield and start passing the ball and knocking to the front men feet, not over the top.
And Tranmere have won a free kick here. Swung in towards Jones on the far post, and coming in behind him was Aldridge, but it didn't quite work out. He's kept it in play, though, and did well to make the cross there, Aldridge. For the moment, as though the ball had gone out of play, but Aldridge didn't give it up.
That was interesting, because the West Brom defence thought the ball was going out. Aldridge keeps chasing, keeps the ball in play, and crosses a quality ball.
Taylor. Good run from midfield by Caldicott, but the ball wasn't released early enough for him to gain any benefit. This is Tony Thomas. Ball charged down, Tranmere get the throw. Jones beaten to it by Gary Schroeder. Free kick out of that, and the referee seems to have agreed. Charge in the back of Kenny Irons, one of the many Scousers in their team. Been with the club since he left school, like so many of their players have. Free kick swung in towards Jones, and at 6'3", he's going to win a few of those today, but he couldn't keep his header on target. Only 19, Gary Jones.
That's a good cross, good quick free kick. It's pumped at the back post. Jones gets up early, but just didn't get it on target. But good quick thinking.
Replacing the injured Malkin today, Jones. Will be 20 next month, in fact. 10 minutes gone, still West Bromwich Albion 0. Tranmere Rovers 0. Handball there by Higgins. And this is the first real opportunity West Brom have had to perhaps force a bit of pressure on the Tranmere goal.
I think that's going to be interesting to watch Ashcroft's pace against Higgins. He's very quick round the box, Ashcroft.
Lifted in towards the big central defender, Strodder. It's gone over his head, but he'll keep it in possession. Good ball, in fact, to Smith. Holdicott. Higgins got it clear. Burgess. Looks for Donovan down the right-hand side, and it was a good ball. Well taken by Donovan. Looking for Ashcroft with the cross, and Eric Dixon came and claimed that with impressive confidence. A good early throw as well has got Tranmere moving forward, or had, until Kenworthy was dispossessed by Hamilton. Smith helping it on now, and Tranmere get the throw. West Brom have lost 3 of their last 5 games, and in fact have just the 1 win in that spell, a 2-0 victory here against Southend, and they failed to score in 3 of their last 4 games. Nevin finds Stevens, chance for another shot perhaps. No, he opts to lay it off this time. Set up for Irons to hit it, and the shot well off target from Kenny Irons, who certainly does weigh in with some valuable goals for Tranmere from midfield.
Yes, he's the type of player that can get forward and play, keeps the ball in possession, does his thing simple. Here it is here, Stevens plays the ball in. It's not the best ball back to Irons, and he's trying to keep it down, just misses the target, screws the ball wide.
Taylor took it well on the chest, but gave it straight to O'Brien. Stevens hits it first time. Jones will chase here. Difficult ball for the defender, but he kept very calm there, Raven. Thomas gets it clear, straight to Caldicott. Good strong defending by McGreal. Now Jones. McGreal has continued his run forward, the centre-half. He's an option now for Nevin, perhaps. Stevens. Nevin again. Clearance by Agnew has gone straight to Thomas. Taylor. Good early ball, and a foul by Higgins on Ashcroft, and a booking, in fact, for the Tranmere man. The referees reached for the inside pocket, and the dreaded yellow card. Dave Higgins will be cautioned.
I don't think Higgins can complain about that. He's come across, here's the move coming up now, and he just goes straight in and takes him by the feet. No problem there. Referee spot on, booking. Let's get on with the game.
It's towards Ashcroft again. Higgins got it away. Irons. Stevens clearance, finds Jones. The layoff to Aldridge. Alan Buckley took over at West Brom in October, and his record since then, pretty good. 32 matches played, 13 wins, 5 drawn, 14 defeats. That's in the league. And certainly he's done the first job that he was brought here for, to keep West Brom in the Ends League First Division. Ashcroft, he's got a bit of pace here. So has McGreal. Good defending by McGreal.
Yeah, I thought Ashcroft was unlucky there. He looked as though he was away from McGreal, but McGreal just pulled him back, and the referee missed that. You know, Ashcroft's got this pace. I think he's going to be the problem for them. He can turn them, he can get down the channels. If they play the right weighted balls into him, he will cause the Tranmere back four problems.
He's really a winger, of course, Lee Ashcroft, the former Preston player, and indeed a former England under-21 international. He's been tried alongside Bob Taylor up front in the last 2 games. Andy Hunt, the leading scorer, has been out with the virus and is back for the first time today in 10 days on the substitutes bench. Kenworthy doing well to find a gap between the defenders, but then wasted the run. And for the injured John Morrissey today, Kenworthy, a Welsh under-21 international. Higgins got there ahead of Taylor. Here's Thomas under pressure from Smith. He was strong when he had to be there, big Dave Higgins. And Paul Raven nods it out. He looks a strong man, doesn't he, Dave Higgins?
Yeah. Doesn't take prisoners. I was looking at the boy Jones up front. He's another big, strong boy. I haven't seen him play before, but he looks powerful, strong, makes some good runs.
Irons for Tranmere. Hit in first time by Thomas. Away by Burgess. Donovan hoping to get back to the captain. And the long ball will find the offside flag being raised against Ashcroft.
West Brom need to just play it a bit earlier to the front, man. They're looking and waiting for the movement. You've got to play, and the movement will be happening all together. But at the moment, the movement's going too early, and they're getting stranded and in positions offside up front. They just want to be patient up front, hold their runs just a little longer, and the back four can then play them in.
Stevens, who's come the closest to a goal that we've had as yet. Here's Donovan. Tending to bypass the midfield a little bit here, West Brom, and that's suiting the central defenders of Tranmere. But now Ashcroft gets it down and does attack them on the ground. Taylor. Good play. Donovan. And he's done well here, Donovan. Did really well, and the defender had to come across and help out goalkeeper Nixon at the expense of a corner.
And I think the boy Caldecott did very well there. He came in the midfield and won a good ball, and here's Donovan. And it's a good strike, good defending. He gets a touch to it, plays it out for a corner. But that's how I've always imagined West Brom will be playing. Short, into feet, movement off the ball, and that's how they need to be doing it to get Tranmere at it at the back.
Donovan will take the kick. Gary Strudder, the central defender, making a late run from the edge of the box. And Nixon with a good catch, even though he was being fouled, and has the free kick anyway. And they certainly get on with these free kicks, Tranmere. Tony Thomas. Interception by Burgess. Long ball by Hamilton, and again offside. This time it's Taylor.
Now, I felt Taylor was unlucky there. It was a very, very close one. I'm not saying he wasn't offside, but it was just a shade unlucky. He's just gone a bit early, and he is just right. The lines are spot on. He is offside, but it was a very, very close decision.
So it's 3 offsides that Tranmere have had the benefit of in this first 18 minutes. O'Brien, Thomas, Irons, leaves it to Stevens. And Stevens rather fortunate to get that back. Now Pat Nevin. Stevens with a good overlap. Caldecott wouldn't allow him any room for the cross. Now Nevin. No real sting in the shot from Pat Nevin.
But he has got the ability, Pat Nevin. You've got to be aware of that. He can come inside his man. He normally strikes a very good ball. He's looking to do that. He favours his right foot. He'll work inside his fullback, and he normally lets fly with more power than you saw there.
Here's Smith. Thomas just got a foot to that, otherwise Smith threatened to get round him. Hamilton. They back off at their peril here, Tranmere. He overhit the ball.
What I've just seen Hamilton do there, a lot of players make that mistake. They start to run before they actually get the ball into feet. You know, you've got to pass the ball first and make sure that's on his way before you make your run.
Tranmere's away record very disappointing this season. They've lost 4 of their last 5 away games, and overall only 5 wins in 22, and it was their away form that was their undoing in the end last season, although they did of course make the playoffs, threatening to possibly be their problem again this time. But remember, they end with 2 home matches against Wolves and Middlesbrough. But in as good a position as anyone.
I don't quite understand it, you know, where these sides can score so many goals at home, and then when they get away from home, it seems to dry up. You know, they should be playing the same type of football. You know, they've got the pattern of play, and it just surprises me there's such a big difference between the tally for home is, I think, 40-odd goals, whereas away it's 15. Don't quite understand that.
49 at home, in fact, 15 away, spot on. Only Burnley and Bristol City both relegated, have a poorer total than that away from home. Nevin brought down there by Burgess, who might well become the second player to be cautioned. I think, giving him the benefit of the doubt, he was a bit unlucky there. Nevin's trickery just tempted Burgess into the lunging tackle, and it looked worse than it was.
It was an old-fashioned full-back tackle, that one. You know, you go, you make up your mind, you're going to get tight to your winger, and you've got to get that tackle in early. And if you look at Burgess, he just comes, and Nevin's trickery beat him there. He just quick feet and just knocked the ball on, and Burgess, rightly so, is in the book.
Looked worse in slow motion, didn't it? They always do.
Martin Pat Nevin didn't go with that. He looks in a bit of pain, actually.
He does too. 31 now, Pat Nevin, and says the time he's had at Tranmere, this is his third season, has been the most happy and relaxed of his career. He's played right at the top, of course, with Chelsea and Everton and the Scottish international. And he is in a bit of trouble here, I fear. Well, they've already lost before the match to injury, one wide player in Morrissey. It'll be a big blow for them if Nevin can't continue.
Now, that tackle looked a little bit high. I think it's caught him in the knee area, and therefore it would be painful. When you get to 31, they do hurt a little more.
Anxious look from John King in the centre there. Ronnie Moore, the blonde-haired figure to his right, his coach, whose son, Ian Moore, is one of the Tranmere substitutes today. Ronnie Moore, a great goal-scoring hero of former days for Tranmere. Never been able to continue for the moment, anyway. And another of these well-practiced free kicks. Interesting, isn't it? Stevens swings it in and over everyone's heads, and that was a great chance for McGreal. Everyone else missed it. McGreal stole in on the back post, and really ought to have got the shot on target, surely, at least.
Interesting free kick. The signal obviously went on. Round the back goes McGreal, and it drops right on his feet. He's done the right thing. He's tried to volley. He just missed the target. Superb delivery of the ball, though. Wonderful delivery in there, and a good chance, really. That's got to go down as the best chance of the match so far.
Only one league goal ever for Tranmere. He could have doubled the total there. Jones. Aldridge on his way now. Just a bit too far ahead of him, though.
What a wonderful player he's been, and still is in his, you know, today he's still scoring goals and still playing international football.
McGreal doing rather better at the defensive end. Smith making it difficult for Thomas. He can't go back to his goalkeeper. That route was cut off by Ashcroft.
Good pressurising by David Smith there. He kept close, kept it tight, and made the fullback get a throw-in.
McGreal's clearance. O'Brien. Stevens. Didn't quite get that one right, Gary Stevens.
That's unlike Stevens, Alan. You know, just to waste a ball like that. He was under no pressure. He just needed to just have another touch, maybe, and put it into Nevin's feet.
In the tackle. Tranmere get the throw in, and Donovan came off worst.
He dislocated a finger or something, I believe. Although they're not looking in that department, are they?
Well, Kenny Irons, I think, is appropriately named. You've got to be very strong to beat him in the tackle. And Donovan certainly felt the pain of that, juddering, though perfectly fair challenge.
It's a funny one, that, Adam, because he got up, didn't he? He sort of walked away, and then suddenly the pain hit him. It looked to me as though he may have dislocated a finger or done something to his hand.
certainly in a lot of pain, and as anyone who's ever had the misfortune to dislocate the finger will know, that's a numbing pain indeed, and they'll try and, well, I don't want to spoil your Sunday lunch by saying what they usually try and do in these situations, but they'll try and force it back in. And we're hearing from the touchline that he has indeed dislocated a finger. Spot on, John. There's a decent diagnosis from this range.
Well, you know, it's just where they were sort of, where he placed his hands worried me a bit. I've got to be truthful, but I just felt that he got up, he got away from the tackle, and then suddenly looked down at his hand and felt that he may have dislocated a finger. And being an ex-medical corps man, I would have got it wrong.
Well, John Sillett should know what he's talking about. His son, of course, is physio at Portsmouth, so he's probably taught you all these things, has he?
Well, Neil, yeah, he's had a bad back at the moment. He's been struggling himself. But, yes, he's at Portsmouth and enjoying his job there.
Well, that'll be really sickening pain for a few minutes at least for Kevin Donovan, and I'm not surprised that he's having to come off. And they'll try and tuck it back in and bandage it up perhaps and get him on again, but
strap them together, Alan, that's what they do.
Bow to your superior knowledge again. Meanwhile, Nevin hooking it back into the danger area. Smith getting it clear.
So now looking at Tranmere, the set pieces, they're organised so well at it. They look really geared up to do something on every set piece. Even that throw was a tremendous long throw.
Higgins. Thomas down the right, Kenworthy. Headed by Jones, miles off target, really.
Aldridge didn't look very pleased with Jones there because he's coming in behind him, and he was wishing, I think, Jones would leave the ball. He hadn't obviously called to him. Here you are, and you just see it there. Jones is unlucky. He's got a header in, but he's just not quite got the turn in his body there to get it on target, the header.
Donovan, incidentally, is still off the pitch, receiving treatment. Taylor. And out of that scramble, Caldecott thought he had the ball till Jones arrived. Nevin. Stevens. Jones and Aldridge in the box. Smith getting it clear, not that convincingly, but the immediate danger's gone anyway. O'Brien. Bit of a misunderstanding there, and that will be the signal for Kevin Donovan, the former Huddersfield Town player, to take his place on the field again. Higgins. Jones. Given a lot of time to chest that one down. Thomas. It's a foul, but the referee says play on. And it comes to Jones again. He lets it run to Aldridge. The ball hits straight against the defender. It was never a deliberate handball, which the Tranmere fans are claiming. Here's Stevens. Poor ball. And suddenly, West Brom switched from defence to attack, but McGreal with splendid anticipation.
Looks a good player, McGreal. I like him defensively. He's composed. He knows what he's doing when he's on the ball. Good touch, good weight. Looks a good player. That was unlucky up front, Alan. Sorry, running in. That Aldridge, he had a great strike, you know. It was a great block. He really had that ball going with power on target.
Had a punishing match for the Republic of Ireland in the week. Tried to claim the goal, as all good strikers would, but it's officially gone down as an own goal by the Portuguese keeper. Aldridge. Yes, not Aldridge, but his opposite number, Ashcroft. Here's Agnew. Thomas. He can't pick this one up, of course. And suddenly saw Aldridge coming in at him, and that was good pressure by Tranmere. Very good pressure. Half an hour gone. No goals. West Bromwich Albion 0, Tranmere Rovers 0. Higgins, charged down by Ashcroft. McGreal covered superbly well again. Irons. Jones, nice first-time layup to Kenworthy. 3 men forward here. One of them is Jones, and Schroeder had to get round the back and clear.
They're both defending well, Schroeder and Craven. They've been strong in the air, powerful, and they're defending very well for West Brom at the moment.
Kenworthy. It's broken to O'Brien. However, the whistle's gone. Tranmere felt that they should have been given the advantage there, but the referee had already signalled free kick. No, it was almost identical to the one earlier in the half, but overhit.
It looks as though when they hold the ball up in the air with both hands, as though they're going to knock it over the back at the far post, with somebody running from the middle of the goal, right in the back, looking for the space.
Jones getting up again on the near post. The goalkeeper got that one away with some difficulty, Naylor. Donovan. Taylor. Burgess is giving it away to Lyons. McGreal. Certainly Tranmere the more impressive of the two sides so far, but not perhaps causing enough problems to the West Brom defence as yet.
No, Tranmere, for all the ball they've had a lot of the ball, haven't really broke the West Brom back 4 down yet.
Taylor, Caldecott. Knocked in long for Ashcroft. And Higgins hooked it clear. Referee warning West Brom to get on with it. Taylor. Turned out to be a not bad ball in the end as Smith came in. McGreal's tackle. Lyons got it away. Agnew. That wasn't a bad shot by Paul Agnew, who hasn't scored yet in his previous appearances for West Brom.
Again, you thought nothing was coming from a throw-in, but this ball's cleared out, and there's a good left-footed shot where Nixon got down very, very well. It's a good strike, that, from the left-back, Agnew.
Northern Irishman who had 12 seasons as a first-team regular up at Grimsby. Ravens clearance. Agnew again. Ashcroft with the flick on. Taylor will pressurise McGreal here. And did enough. The defender taking the first golden rule of defending, making sure, and did so to such good effect the ball went clean over the roof of the stand and out of the ground.
Told you on the ball he was composed and he'd do things nicely, had plenty of time. That's the highest today anyway.
And the ball's just been thrown back by somebody with strong arms on the other side of the ground, so we've got 2 footballs on the pitch at the moment. Now that's going to totally confuse everybody. I don't think I've seen that happen before.
I've often thought they should do this in football.
The referee's kicked it away. Decent little touch from Mr. Cooper. Donovan. Not a bad ball either. Smith's downward header into the 6-yard box. Taylor couldn't get it under control. Well, many managers have complained over the years that their teams couldn't score if there were 2 footballs on the pitch. It would have been right then. O'Brien. Thomas. Strong then as Smith tried to dispossess him. And Hamilton was equally strong, but it's Thomas who comes out with the ball. And hooked in towards Aldridge. Easy though for Naylor. Taylor. Ashcroft did well to find him. Good layoff. Donovan. Couldn't quite get it back to him, Ashcroft. Nevin recovered from that earlier knock, obviously. Sprightly as you like now. Here's Jones. Stevens in support. O'Brien. Aldridge. He goes to O'Brien. The smart one-touch football didn't quite have the desired finish.
No, you'd want O'Brien really to get in there and get a second touch of that ball and have a strike at goal. He's got a tremendous left foot. We've seen some wonderful goals he scored on television, and therefore I was hoping, well, not hoping, I was wanting to see him say, right, here I go, I'm going to let fly with this ball. But he didn't. He tried another one-touch pass that fell.
Just a little under 10 minutes of the first half remaining, plus a fair bit of stoppage time. And still it's West Bromwich Albion 0, Tranmere Rovers 0. Tranmere 5th in the table at the start of play. If they win, they'll move up into second place. Johnny King's team, who in the last 2 seasons have finished 5th and 4th in the first division. A wonderfully consistent record. Bryan. Kenworthy. Aldridge comes to meet it, and the layoff is intended for Irons, who did well. Now Kenworthy. Aldridge again. Back it goes to Irons. Good block, and the deflection was very favourable to West Brom.
And Caldicott done well there. He got a good block in, but it was good football by Tranmere. They played their way in. And here it is here. As a little ball slipped through there, and another one there. And here's Irons on the ball, and it's a great block in there. Bodies all over the place behind the ball. That's what West Brom got to be doing. Get bodies in there, get blocks in there, and anything to stop them scoring.
And Nixon, with that forced clearance, has conceded the throw. It's brilliant play. It wasn't a bad effort from Taylor, although he's never likely to beat Nixon from that range. Got a bit of a knock as well, making the initial challenge. Here's McGreal. Warm and sunny day here in the Midlands. And McGreal takes the invitation to go forward and find Nevin. Now O'Brien. Good vision by him. Thomas on the right. And the final ball, a disappointment.
Yeah, it was some good football play. They knocked the ball. McGreal done well. He held on to it, knocked it about, was patient, and got the ball wide, and the cross wasn't quality.
It was a strange one by Hamilton. He attempted 1-2 with Donovan. Although they've been in trouble for much of the season, West Brom, they've got a pretty good home record, 12 victories, 3 matches drawn and 7 defeats. And in fact, they've beaten most of the top sides. Bolton, Wolves, Reading, Barnsley, Sheffield United. They were all lost at the Hawthorns this season. Of the top teams, only Middlesbrough have won here. And the bodies littering the turf until, in the end, Mr. Cooper brings the mayhem to a halt with a whistle and a free kick. And now a telling off for someone who had a word out of place. Strodder. I think the message is fairly clear. Say that to me again. And you may be taking the proverbial early shower.
You know, they've got great fans here, though, haven't they, Alan, at West Brom? You know, they back their team, they cheer them on. They are a hard side to beat fan-wise as well. They're very biased, I suppose, in a way, but that's the way you want your crowd to be.
Naylor leaping around on his line, trying to get a view of the free kick taken by O'Brien. He's got a good view of it now, presented straight to him. Strange on that. Hamilton hits it in early. Caldicott was making a good run there. That was an important interception by Thomas, and very good covering from the right fullback.
As he got himself in an excellent position there, he got behind his back four and just cleared the ball. Good job he did, as you say. They've been through.
There's one for Ashcroft to chase again, but I don't think he'll get there ahead of Nixon. However, Nixon was a bit lazily onto that one.
Shall I head it? Shall I kick it? Shall I dribble it? No, get it out. Get it safe.
movement from his teammates. Finally finds Caldicott. Burgess headed away by McGreal, and Irons' clearance didn't go where he wanted it to. Bit untidy at the moment. Donovan. Taylor in the box. Couldn't quite get it back to Ashcroft. Kenworthy now for Rovers. Good tackle. But you did well to win it back. And that's good play by Ashcroft. Smith is on the left. Taylor is in the middle, and Hamilton on the near post. It comes to Donovan. And Donovan again. That's a superb goal. Kevin Donovan. Brilliant interplay by West Bromwich Albion. Taylor and Donovan combining their passes to perfection, and what a finish.
There's the ball played in there. It's a lovely 1-2, an old-fashioned, great layoff by Taylor. Good first touch, great right-footed finish. That's a lovely move. So simple, but so clinical. Here it is again, 1-2, good control that. It's a lovely first touch, and it's a great finish.
Kevin Donovan's 5th goal of the season gives West Bromwich Albion the lead here. 4 minutes of the first half remaining, and he's off on a run again, straight into Higgins. Well, that's certainly going to make a game of it now, because for any neutrals watching, I'm sure they would have wanted it to work out this way, with West Brom, the side who don't need to win, taking the lead against Tranmere, the side who most decidedly do need 3 points. And that's set it up. McGreal chipping it in. Raven getting it away. O'Brien onto the loose ball. This is Thomas. O'Brien again. McGreal hits it in long for Jones to chase. Raven got across him, and that'll be a corner. And we can look again at this beautiful, crisply worked goal.
It's the weighted pass, a lovely weighted pass, and there's that clinical finish. You know, really Taylor's laid off a superb ball.
Terrific finish as well. It was a tight angle for Donovan. Smith hooks the corner away. It's West Brom with their tails up, and West Brom with the lead. There's their marvellous home record against the leading sides in the division, set to continue. Is Tranmere's disappointing away record going to have another chapter added in their final trip from Merseyside this season?
Got to keep watching this space, haven't we?
Here's Nevin. Stevens didn't get it quite right this time, but that ace predator, John Aldridge, could easily have deflected that one in.
Yes, it's amazing. As Stevens worked it in on his right foot again, didn't he? He got in, here he comes. Nevin just lays the ball. Stevens on his right foot. Fires really a shot going wide, and normally you see Aldridge get that little touch. He scored so many goals like that in his career, whereby balls hammered in, he just gets the touch and steers them on the target.
I can't remember who it was in Aldridge's Liverpool days who said of him, why does he get so many goals? He was born in the penalty area. It's a lovely description of his absolute instinct. O'Brien finds Stevens, another former Merseysider, or it is of course, but he used to play for Everton. In his Everton in England days, he won the lot. O'Brien. Higgins. Aldridge. Tranmere try and just pick up the pace and move up a gear, but they've lost out. And that's a foul by Higgins, who had better tread carefully. He's already been cautioned, of course. Quickly taken free kick to Donovan. Ashcroft just ahead of him in the box. Donovan fancies another shot. Why not? He's got it back again. Good tackle by Burgess. Sets it up for Caldicott. And Thomas had to keep moving there because Smith was right behind him. Goal kick, though.
Another good move by West Brom. They played the ball around well. Donovan now is looking more confident as the game goes on since he scored his goal. He's sort of jinking his way around. Stevens is showing him the inside, and he will go inside and have his strike at goal. There I was disappointed with Caldicott when the ball came back to him. Caldicott, I thought he would strike for target and hit the target, but no, he tried to chip it to the back post.
We're into stoppage time now at the end of the first half, and the game has really come to life with that Kevin Donovan goal. And O'Brien helped Tranmere to snatch one back before half-time. There's not much more left in the first half. Higgins chipping it in. West Brom dealt with that one very comfortably. Caldicott gets it away again. Taylor. It's a very good play by Bob Taylor. What an excellent footballer he is. Donovan. Caldicott. And again, it's neat into passing by West Bromwich Albion. Very good football. Foul there by Higgins, who's going to be off. It's going to be the red card here for Dave Higgins. His second bookable offence, and he's off. In first half stoppage time, Higgins pays the price for one late challenge too many, I'm afraid. He dumped Ashcroft to the ground, and Tranmere's cause has been dealt a severe blow now, with Dave Higgins sent off for that tackle. Now, John.
Yes, I'm sorry to say, Higgins had a warning, really, on the halfway line, a minute ago, whereby he went in and tackled from behind and got away with it. But there, I've no doubt whatsoever, he played the man instead of the ball, and therefore you can't do that thing these days. You know, with his experience, I just felt he would have held up and just gone a bit steady. Seeing he's had the yellow card, but no, he went to make his tackle and timed it badly.
Well, Gary Stevens raced over to the bench to get John King's instructions about how to reorganise. And they'll be able to do that properly in a very short time when the referee blows the half-time whistle. But these will be anxious few seconds now for Tranmere. Bit of disarray at the back. The whistle's gone for a free kick to them. And Stevens, well, all his experience is going to be much needed now by Tranmere. At the moment, they seem to have pushed Jones, who used to be a central defender, in fact, and was converted by Johnny King into a striker. And he's been pushed into a defensive role, and he's going to have to defend here, and did so well with a good header clear. So it looks like Jones, for the moment, is going to fill the gap, which is all very well, but that means they've now lost a front player, of course, in a match where they've got to score and got to get back on level terms, and they've got to wait for the second half to do it. There's the whistle. All the drama coming in the last few minutes here at the Hawthorns then. Kevin Donovan's goal giving West Bromwich Albion the lead. Then Dave Higgins of Tranmere sent off for a second bookable offence. What a second half in prospect now. The scoreline, West Bromwich Albion 1, Tranmere Rovers 0. Welcome back to the Hawthorns as Tranmere Rovers take the field. Reduced now, of course, to 10 men. The West Bromwich Albion fans unfurling a huge flag and unfurling a few slightly premature celebrations at this point, of course. However, what a great position they've got themselves into now. And what a lot of running he might have to do here in the second half. John Aldridge is now the only recognised striker that Tranmere have out there, because Gary Jones has moved back to replace the sent-off Dave Higgins. And I know that John Aldridge was telling Johnny King, his manager, how much hard running he'd done for the Republic of Ireland in midweek. He's got to start all over again now. And that is going to take an effect on his 36-year-old legs. Let's hear from the Tranmere manager, John King, just before kick-off. He's with Phil Mepham.
John King, what have you said at half-time to your players?
Well, you can't do a great deal more than what we're doing, except put the ball in the back of the net. That's what we haven't done. We give them very, very little. I think they've had one shot, and the second shot they've had has gone in the back of the net. We were guilty of being sloppy on the halfway line, but they've broke quickly and scored. Now this, then we've got the sending off. The sending off is obviously sicking us. Not completely, because what we've got to do this half, we've got to keep the ball more than we've done in the second half.
Okay, John, thank you.
O'Brien straight into possession for Tranmere Rovers, finding Nevin. And what's going to be needed now from their most experienced players like O'Brien and Nevin and Aldridge. What's going to be needed from all of them. A long ball forward by Jones. Cleared to Caldicott. There's Donovan out on the right. And the goal scorer brought down as he clashed there with Stevens. Players gone on. And real danger again here for Tranmere. The ball pulled back to Smith. Oh my word, what a miss by Dave Smith. 50 seconds of the second half gone, and West Bromwich Albion could have had a 2-0 lead, should have had a 2-0 lead. Dave Smith with what should have been the simplest tap-in. And Tranmere still in the disarray they experienced when Higgins got sent off at the end of the first half, it seems. Well, John Sillett, I know he's an old player of yours from Coventry days, but you've got to say this was a bad one.
This is unbelievable. You know, the kid is in there. He's just got to steer it crisply on target. He took his eye off the ball possibly and didn't get the power and the weight behind it. But normally, with a Smithy, you're back on him to get in there and finish that off.
He's never actually scored for West Brom. Joined them from Birmingham. Before that, as I mentioned, Coventry City. And... well, he should have opened his account there, for sure. Naylor going on a little walkabout for West Brom. Taylor. Nice turn by Taylor. And a good early ball, too, for Ashcroft. Well, you can see why people talk so highly of McGreal. He did just enough there to throw Ashcroft off balance and away from danger.
That was wonderful defending. He's on the turn. Normally defenders on the turn can get beaten so easily for pace, but he's turned there, he's got his tackle in and played the ball out for the corner. Great defending.
A nervy start to the second half by Tranmere, who are already a goal behind here, remember. Could have had another problem coming their way then from the corner. Raven getting up well, and certainly Tranmere were at full stretch.
Lovely flighted ball in. And Raven climbs at the back post, just misses the target.
Strange thing, incidentally, about the sending off of Dave Higgins is that, just to confirm, 11 days ago he played here for Tranmere Reserves in a Central League fixture and got sent off on that occasion too. Fair to say, he will not be recording the Hawthorns as his favourite ground of the season.
That's an amazing, isn't it, trivia question for one day to get out of that one.
Irons signals where he wants the ball. O'Brien heading it on, and Irons almost got there as well. Comes back out to Stevens. Now Nevin. O'Brien. Sloppy ball by the Irish international. And Smith, who's got a bit to do to make up for his miss. Steaming forward. Taylor finding Hamilton. They do pass the ball well, West Brom, when they're on their game. And they are at the moment. Taylor just helped it down again. And Ashcroft's given it away. Irons. Good running by Nevin. They need a bit of his magic now, Tranmere. Ravens clearance. O'Brien. Burgess. Given away to Stevens, who just played it cleverly against Taylor to make sure he got the throw. He still seems to be feeling the effects of that knock early on in the half, Gary Stevens. And the last thing Tranmere need now is an injury.
It's amazing. We wonder what it would be like to see West Brom playing without the pressure on and relaxed. Since the goal, they've played some lovely football. They've opened the game out, they've been composed on the ball, they've played the simple ball a lot more, and they've looked a much more composed side at the time of the goal.
Here's Nevin for Tranmere, trying desperately now to get back on level terms. He goes in towards Aldridge, good clearance though. And the danger now for Tranmere as they push on. He's getting found short of players at the back. Mind you, McGreal seems to be playing the part of two defenders at the moment. Here's Nevin. Irons. Stevens making a good run forward. He's certainly distracted the defenders anyway. Now O'Brien. Nevin. Swung in towards Thomas. But Albion have it back with Caldicott. Sporting his new Gaza-style haircut, if you can call that a haircut. Ashcroft. Taylor. Oh, he almost slid it straight back to Ashcroft. Hamilton. And a late challenge there from Irons as he played the ball away. And Irons went in hard again. Brilliant name for him, isn't it? O'Brien. Thomas. O'Brien just helps it on again. Greel coming forward. Kenworthy's moved over to the left, but the cross wasn't good enough. Dave Smith takes West Brom forward. Taylor. Agnew. Now Caldicott. And Hamilton. About 6 players involved in this West Brom move so far. Burgess has possession now. They've got to come and win it back off them, it seems. Greel did just that, and indeed gets the benefit of the doubt on the throw-in.
Yes, they look composed now, West Brom. They look a foot taller, all the players. They're going round, strutting around now, thinking all we've got to do is play it sensibly, play it simple, and we get the result here. Tranmere have got to try and keep possession. They've got to try and play the simple ball, get movement from the back, get the 2 fullbacks pushing forward, supporting the front men.
Well, Johnny King may have heard the score from Merson Park at half-time, with Middlesbrough, the current leaders, in front there against Luton, and know that with his side 1 down and reduced to 10 men, things are not looking good at this moment for them. But we must underline they've got 2 home games to come, Tranmere, and they have won more matches at home than any team in all 4 divisions in England. Hamilton going forward for West Brom. Finds Taylor. Chance for a shot, perhaps. Still. Not now. Irons on the counter-attack for Tranmere. Good ball to Aldridge. The layoff to Nevin. Oh, brilliant play by Nevin, and Agnew's going to be in trouble. That was a quite deliberate and rather cynical foul. Does the referee decide that's yellow or red? They seem to be covering players. And a yellow it is, and I think a bit of relief there for Agnew, but because there were players on the cover, that's why it wasn't red, I believe.
Yes, he certainly made a hack of that one, didn't he, Agnew, but he's very fortunate to stay on.
Poor free kick, but O'Brien can try again. Nevin. Couldn't quite get it back from Kenworthy. It's a goal kick. Now there'll be an inevitable feeling from Tranmere that they've been hard done by, that their man was sent off, albeit for a second bookable offence, as against a challenge that might, in the eyes of some referees, merited a red card on its own. And the award that time was yellow. That's a talking point, certainly.
So I just felt there that Nevin's footwork was brilliant. He's got good, tight control, just a little sway of the hips, and you've gone as a fullback. You just sail in, hoping he's still going to be there.
Yeah. Yes, he does make those challenges look far worse than they really are, but it's down to his ability. He certainly displayed it then. But Tranmere are still a goal behind, and Nevin's in his own half now. Can't do so much damage there. Still a good ball forward to Kenworthy. Now O'Brien. Kenworthy. Stevens. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Stevens beaten to it. But Tranmere have the throw.
The one thing I like to say, Alan, that Tranmere hasn't got in this position by purely giving up through matches when they've been behind. They'll still be a threat. They'll still try and play the right type of football and the right blend of football, because they've got the experience out there on the park to do that.
forceful character in midfield. But the final ball wasn't too clever. It's going to be a real test for young Gary Jones here against some of the experience and calibre of Taylor. And here goes Donovan on another of those fine runs from him.
Donovan's done exceptionally well for me. He's took the ball back on at times when it's been right to, and he's given Stevens just a little bit of a hard time. But he's also had that ability to cross that ball in and get good quality crosses in.
Someone's had a word to say to the referee, Kelly Irons. He doesn't like dissent, this referee, not many of them do, and he makes his point very forcibly. And Irons would do well to heed that.
I think everybody understood what he was saying there to Irons.
Goal kick.
Irons is one of those players. He's a winner. He's getting frustrated. He wants to get in there and get this equaliser. He wants to do something about it. And if anybody on that pitch will, Irons will.
A tremendous header back by McGreal. It's gone all the way back to goalkeeper Naylor. He's been likened to a young Alan Hansen by Pat Nevin, in fact, his teammate, as John McGreal. Some tribute that, but you can see the similarity in the calmness and coolness of his play. Not sure Jockey Hansen would have headed one away as powerfully as that, but he did quite well in other departments of the game, didn't he? Taylor. Hamilton. Run off him by Irons. And the long ball was intended for Nevin, but too strong, I think. Although Naylor's almost found us up here in the commentary box with that clearance.
I would have hated to have headed that ball. Been another hair gone. No, Hansen was a player, wasn't he? Alan Hansen, great composure, great on the ball. Nevin may say that, but he's got a long way to go to be as good as Hansen.
Thomas. Nevin. Good return ball. And Thomas has won the corner. Paul Agnew's clearance. It's an opportunity for Gary Jones to desert his defensive duties and return to the job he started the match in. Striker, he's come forward near the penalty spot. Almost got there as well. There was a good clearance by Raven just ahead of him. Irons has given it away for once to Taylor. Gets it back from Ashcroft. It's on a knife edge for Tranmere this game now. Another West Brom goal, and they surely would be struggling. Jones. This is Kenworthy. And that was a lunging challenge that might well earn some retribution. And the referee has a strong word, but actually did not take any further action here, which surprises me a little bit.
That surprises me as well. That was a very late tackle. He lunged in there, Strodder, and he was lucky to get away with that.
Free kick it is. Stevens sliding it forward. And the shot from Irons has produced a brilliant save from Stuart Naylor. Oh, the frustration for Irons and Tranmere.
Again, it's a set piece that's caused the problem. Here it is, a little touch, and I'm brilliant strike of the ball, and this is a great save. That was travelling to the net, I assure you. And that's a great one-handed save by Naylor.
Well, big Stuart Naylor, bruiser to his teammates, has produced two terrific saves today from Stevens and Irons, the big Yorkshireman. Out of the game gone. Still West Brom leading 1-0. Nevin in possession for Tranmere. Good ball back into the box. O'Brien. Stevens. Taylor has sliced his clearance. That's far away from danger yet. And Raven finally does clear the danger. Well, Tranmere have enjoyed a lot of possession in this match. Played some good football, but still trail to West Brom, whose passing game has been very good to watch.
But this game's not over yet, Alan. There's a lot of football left in this Tranmere side there. We saw some of it. They were putting pressure on. They were sticking the ball into the box. And we have Bob Taylor back defending for his life.
Just thinking about Tranmere's options, they've got Ian Moore, who's only 18, on the bench. He's a young striker. The other player they have outfield, anyway, is Jed Brannan, who's really a defender or midfield player. So, not many options, you would say, really, in an attacking sense.
Everybody on the Tranmere side at the moment are pulling their weight and doing their little bit, you know. It's just that they haven't created this one chance that they need so badly.
Grill going forward, a la Hansen, dare we say. A good cross to the 6-yard box, headed away by Strodder. Applause from John Aldridge for that fine run and cross, which has earned a corner.
Super break, good skill. You know, he is composed, he gets into positions and keeps his head, doesn't panic. There's a quality cross again there from him. Looks to get forward for a central defender.
Kenworthy's corner, headed clear, and came straight back into the danger zone. Strodder did well to get it away now. It's a one-on-one opportunity here. Ashcroft could finish them off. A second goal for West Bromwich Albion. 18 minutes into the second half. What a problem for Tranmere now.
Here's the corner, it's headed away. A rebound and just a punt upfield where Ashcroft just tempts his defender in, turns him and goes running onto it, looks behind, he knows he's got time, but that's cool, that's calculated, that's a striker scoring a very, very good goal for his team. The pace is there, he looks up, here he is, the keeper comes out and does well, he stands up and looks big, but at the same time he pushes it neatly into the corner.
Well, what a problem now for 10-man Tranmere Rovers. 2-0 behind. It was strange that it all resulted from, well, hold on, because the ball played dangerously into the Albion box again, but it all resulted from a Strodder clearance that hit a Tranmere man and came back to him, and he punted it clear so effectively that Ashcroft was away with only Nixon to beat. And he slotted in his 9th goal of the season, just about a year to the day when he scored a vital goal, I remember, down at Portsmouth, which ensured the survival in the First Division last season of West Bromwich Albion and sent Birmingham down into Division 2. Well, Johnny King, a calm, thoughtful sort of character, must be so frustrated now that this match is going away from his side.
What a job he's done for his club, though. Superb manager, done a wonderful job. Deserves a bit of a break, a bit of luck, really. Although his side is still playing well. He's not had a lot of luck today, to be fair to him.
Albion looking good. What a remarkable match, or a remarkable game football is when you have a side who've been struggling against relegation all season, facing a 2-0 lead here against the team still trying for promotion. Hamilton going forward, trying to make it 3, didn't really catch the shot cleanly. Well, as I mentioned in the first half, most of the top sides have fallen at the Hawthorns this season. It's going to take a monumental effort by Tranmere not to join that list of casualties. Still plenty of time, though, for them to save it, that's for sure. 25 minutes. Winning it is going to be that much more difficult. No, they will be playing on Merseyside at Tranmere's prodigious home form. holds out in the next few days. Wolves at Prenton Park on Wednesday. Middlesbrough there next Sunday. Tranmere have been in the playoffs 4 times in the last 5 seasons in various divisions. Might have to settle for the playoffs again, rather than automatic promotion. Only 1 team up, remember, from the Ensley Division 1 automatically. And there's a crunching challenge by Thomas on Agnew, and there is another crunching challenge that has earned a penalty kick. Smith, the culprit. Nevin goes down. Referee Cooper had no hesitation in pointing to the spot, and Tranmere have a lifeline, possibly.
Yeah, there's a crunching tackle there. Both players go into it, both left backs. And here David Smith just wraps his leg and catches his heel. And there's Nevin down, a penalty given.
And the master goal scorer, John Aldridge, here the penalty shuffle, could score a vital goal here to bring Tranmere back into this match. West Brom players are complaining that he's moved it forward from the penalty spot, and the referee's having none of it. The psychological pressure on Aldridge, he's had that before. And he scored! Tranmere back in the picture midway through the second half.
It's amazing. I was just thinking how well the back 4 have played for West Brom. They've been outstanding, solid all along the line. And little David Smith is really gone and upset it all, the apple cart, by just touching the heels of Nevin, who, I'm not saying he took a dive, but he went down in the box, and there you are. That's the result of it, a penalty, and we've got a game on our hands.
Certainly have now. West Bromwich Albion 2, Tranmere Rovers 1. And the scorer almost inevitably John Aldridge. John King looking a little more settled perhaps now, but O'Brien has to come to their rescue defensively. Oh! And almost as soon as they celebrate a goal themselves, Ashcroft has punished them once more, and West Brom restore their 2-goal advantage.
That's as good a strike as I've seen all season. We've seen some great goals, but this is a magnificent strike here. The ball comes out to him, he gets his body right over the ball, hits inside of the near post and goes across into the far corner. A tremendous strike, tremendous goal that, tremendous goal.
It hit both posts, I think, on the way in, but it matters not. Lee Ashcroft's 2nd goal of the game, and Tranmere are back where they started just a couple of minutes ago. 2 behind. West Bromwich Albion 3. Tranmere Rovers 1. They didn't have much time to celebrate that penalty, did they? Well, isn't that the way of things? Just when you think that you're back in the picture, fate deals you a blow like that. Brilliant goal by Ashcroft. In fact, all West Brom's goals. Ashcroft's 2nd is a cool piece of finishing. I was going to say all 3 goals have been spectacular. And here goes Smith trying to get another one. He goes down. The referee waves play on. Agnew pulls it back. They're in complete disarray for a moment. Tranmere, they've survived.
Well, it's lovely to see a West Brom side that's relaxed and playing again. You know, they look as though they're enjoying their football. They got forward, and what a time to go and get the 3rd, you know, within a minute of the penalty going in.
And West Brom feel aggrieved that they didn't have a penalty there. I wonder if Ashcroft would have fancied taking it. And I see Hunt is about to come on to give Tranmere a further problem. One of the West Brom substitutes, when I say about to come on, he's down there with his tracksuit bottoms on. There he is. And here goes Ashcroft again. What a day he's having, and he goes down, and this time it is a penalty. The 2nd penalty in a matter of minutes. Ashcroft earns it. And there's a bit of annoyance by the Tranmere players who felt he dived then, but the referee has given it, and Ashcroft will step up to take it to try and complete his hat-trick. Now, did that challenge take place inside the box?
Outside the area.
So did I.
Definitely outside the area. That was.
McGreal's tackle, I believe, took place outside the penalty box. West Brom are very fortunate to get the penalty there. I think when Mr. Keith Cooper looks back at that, he will hold his hand up and admit he's made a mistake. That, I'm sure, if it was anything, was a free kick outside the box.
Yes, no doubt whatsoever. Clear picture of it all, and I felt it was no way a penalty. That was outside the box, and that's a bad decision by Mr. Cooper.
And isn't that just how things go? Nixon protests and gets booked.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to feel sympathy for Tranmere on that one. However, Ashcroft won't be feeling anything other than a hat-trick feeling at the moment. 3 goals for Ashcroft, 4 for West Bromwich Albion. Tranmere Rovers' promotion hopes have taken a massive dent.
A well-taken penalty. You know, I remember the days when a goalkeeper was supposed to stand on his line and keep still. But if you watch Nixon here, he's jumping up and down, and there made the decision, went the wrong way. And the ball's nearly gone in the middle of the goal, you know, isn't it?
I'm getting a latest score as well from Erson Park now, that at least will make Tranmere fans a little bit happier, because Luton have equalised against Middlesbrough. Taylor, the scorer for Luton up there. So it's now Middlesbrough 1, Luton 1. It's the latest score. The ball played in again towards Jones. Now Nevin. As you were on that score, by the way, they're getting goals just as thick and fast up at Erson Park as we are here. I'll come back to that in a moment, because here goes Taylor. He's got round McGreal and has got a corner. Let's just to go back to the Erson Park match. Henry has just given Middlesbrough the lead again there, so it's now Middlesbrough 2, Luton 1.
Well, here we can see Tranmere pushing forward. They nearly got caught there. They nearly had to pay dearly for taking a chance. But what other options do they have? They've got to take the chance of scoring a goal. They've got to push men forwards, and they're just getting caught at the back now.
Danger again here as it's set up for Smith to hit it, and it took a deflection. Or did it? Though obviously not, because goal kick has been given. Now Tranmere Rovers have got to do something now. The situation's desperate for them, and Ian Moore is coming on. Meanwhile, there's a real posse of players around the referee arguing about something, and I'm not entirely sure what, to be honest. John, any light on the mystery?
Yes, I just felt there was a little bit, they got a little bit upset, and Donovan is just not happy with things at the moment with Aldridge, and they just had to go at each other. That's all. Just one of those things, nothing to worry about. It's too good a game to be sport like that, isn't it?
It is. Pat Nevins had it come off, been taken off anyway, and the 18-year-old Ian Moore, who, as I mentioned earlier, is the son of Ronnie Moore, a great Tranmere goal scorer of the past, and assistant to Johnny King now. So the England Youth International on for Nevin. Well, it would take a striker of considerably more experience than his to turn this one round for Tranmere. O'Brien, not quite sure what he was thinking of then. He seemed to find himself in a really good goal-scoring position and laid it off. Irons whacks it in, the keeper makes an easy catch.
Amazing that, Alan, I agree with you there. O'Brien was right through. All he had to do was to control the ball, turn and take it, and he was right through, and he played it back. Must have lost his sense of direction and his position there.
Just over 15 minutes to go at the Hawthorns, and Tranmere Rovers are 4-1 behind, and a little bit of a clash there involving goalkeeper Nixon, who has been cautioned. They've got to be careful. They don't want to lose their cool and their discipline any more than they have so far. Tranmere, they've got important games to go, and they don't want anything else untoward here. And there was a late challenge by Irons as Caldicott played the ball away. It's Caldicott saying to the referee, calm it down, he didn't deserve anything more than a free kick.
No, he was looking quite cool and really calculated play going on, and he just got tackled from behind the irons.
Well, Dave Smith is about to be replaced by Albion's leading goal scorer, Andy Hunter. He was on his way, and we have to go through this over-officious nonsense again about checking stuff. Why can't they do that before the match? I know it's part of the laws, but Hunt on his way, called back by the linesman, totally unnecessary, but Hunt's back in position now, and Tranmere have got a further problem. Albion's leading scorer in the action, and he's straight into the action as well, grappling away here with McGreal and winning a free kick. what an impact Hunt's made straight away.
Johnny King wouldn't be happy with that. His team are just losing their composure. They're getting a little bit uptight and they're starting to do silly things, and they could be losing another player in a moment.
And they almost lost another goal because they absolutely went to sleep then, allowing Raven to find yards of space to make the header. We can have another look now at this controversial moment, John. I think this will prove that the challenge from McGreal was outside the box.
I've got no doubt whatsoever that was outside the box. Here's his right foot way outside the box, and that's the foot that he's gone over, and no doubt whatsoever that was not a penalty, but the referee saw it differently.
And when you look at the referee's position there, it's hard to see how he could have got that one wrong. He was close enough to it.
He had a good position, really.
13 minutes to go. That penalty might have been an absolutely vital turning point in the game, even though, of course, they were still 3-1 down at that point anyway, Tranmere. They will feel, Tranmere Rovers, that nothing has gone for them today.
We've got to give West Brom credit. They have played the way and kept it going. They've closed people down when they're 1-0 up. They could have easily have just sat back and said, no, we've got 10 men against us. We'll do the simple things, just play it easy. They haven't. They've gone looking for goals. And as soon as Oldbury's got the penalty, they went straight down the other end and scored. That's the way you've got to do it in this game.
Yes, much as we say that Tranmere have had a few misfortunes along the way, you've got to praise to the hilt West Brom's contribution today. They really have played some very good football, and their instinct in front of goal has been absolutely razor sharp. Especially this fella Ashcroft playing it forward to Hunt. McGreal gets it back safely to Nixon. Well, I think you could say it's been quite eventful, this match.
Well, it's been a super game of football. You know, nobody can complain about this. The quality of passing, the movement off the ball, the finishing, excellent.
Young Moore trying to make his presence felt there. The late challenge on Raven as he played it away. Alan Butler will be delighted with his side's performance, and Arthur Mann there is number 2.
Yes, they'll be very pleased with that. You work hard as a coach and a manager to get the team playing as West Brom are playing today. They're closing people down. There's a lot of movement. They'll be very, very pleased with that result so far.
There was also a bit of a feeling that West Brom never performed to the best when they were in front of the television cameras. In fact, the last time we were at the Hawthorns, they were beaten 5-3 by Swindon. Plenty of goals then, plenty of goals now, this time in Albion's favour. Stevens, and they've got to keep playing, got to keep believing. Ashcroft. Oh, that's lovely play. And a very good ball too to Hamilton. Hunt's ahead of him in a great position. He fancied it himself though. And maybe Hunt will curse him for that.
Great ball by Ashcroft there. It's cool. He just beat his man and clipped the little ball over the top. Lovely football. Good composure, good touch.
Hamilton again for West Brom. Taylor, 10 minutes to go now. McGreal. Caldicott wins it back. Verdict in favour of Tranmere. Here's Aldridge, doing well, good control. Irons. Now Kenworthy. Moore with the flick header. Aldridge, that was unlucky, he hit it straight against Raven. O'Brien, ready to Tranmere now, they're still forcing the issue here. Stevens knocks it in towards Moore again. But now this is where West Brom do look dangerous. This is where the extra man has been counting with these swift counter-attacks. Hunt. Ashcroft. Hamilton. There seems to be room all over the park now for West Brom. And they're going to use it. And the Olays ring out from the West Brom fans. And you think in their last away game in the Midlands as well, Derby hammered Tranmere 5-0. They're 4-1 down here today. Not a very happy hunting ground for Tranmere. Taylor. How many passes in this move, I wonder? Ashcroft, the hat-trick star. Hamilton just lost Kenny Irons, a lovely bit of skill. Caldicott, they just can't get a hold of it, Tranmere. They can't win it back. Well, I really have lost count now of how many passes we've had here.
I'd say it's standing football, though. This, you know, I'd hate to be a Tranmere player at the moment because their legs are heavy, they all feel tired, they feel a little bit hurt and sore, and to see West Brom playing this way kills you as a player.
And as a result of Tranmere's total frustration there, I think Taylor ended up with a crack in the back as he laid the ball off. Not in the back, I mean in the back of him, and he's limping away because he got it right in the calf or ankle, I think. Just well, the referee didn't see that.
This is an example how to play against 10 men, darling. You know, the ball never gets tired. Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball on the run. Keep them running. And even the goalkeeper's trying to do a trick now. I don't know what that was.
Well, a trick too many because Tranmere get it back, but Aldridge couldn't keep possession for long. Incidentally, that goal, I'll come back to that because West Brom are going to make another change now, obviously. Darren Bradley, they're a very talented midfield player. He'll love this situation getting on now. Who wouldn't, mind you? 4-1 up with a few minutes to go. But he can pass the ball as well as anybody. And he's about to come off. Meanwhile, Tranmere go forward. Moore couldn't reach it. Easy for the goalkeeper. Well, what answer can Tranmere produce to this? They're in trouble again as Hamilton has beaten the offside trap. This could be number 5. It had to be. Taylor gets it. And Tranmere's day of woe finds them conceding another goal.
That's what happens, Alan, when you're knocking the ball about. They tried to play the offside, Tranmere, it failed, and here's Hamilton, good control, great awareness. Taylor pulls into that position. He's wanted this so badly today, and there's that goal he's been looking for.
Bob Taylor's 11th goal this season, because he's had a terrible spell, the worst spell of his career. It's only his 4th goal in the last 21 games, and what a lovely way to add to that rather barren total.
And Thomas will think I'm having no luck whatsoever. It's gone through his legs at the end, right on the line in that bench.
Meanwhile, Darren Bradley has come on for Kevin Donovan, all happening here in the last few minutes, and Brannan came on as well while we were watching the replay of that goal for Tranmere Rovers. And another long ball finds Taylor in a good position, but this time he was offside. John Kenworthy, the player who's been replaced by Jed Brannan for Tranmere. So for the second successive away game, Tranmere Rovers have collapsed and conceded 5 goals. minutes remaining here. Am I right in thinking it was only 1-0 at half-time, John? It seems incredible to believe that.
Yeah, it's an amazing game, isn't it? It's an amazing game. We had this the last time we were here, only the result went the other way to Swindon, didn't it?
Bradley in possession. And Albion going forward again, looking for goal number 6. What a disaster for Tranmere Rovers. Can they regroup, get themselves together mentally and physically for the tough challenges ahead in the next 7 days? Wolves and Middlesbrough. My word, would you want 2 fixtures like that when you've just been thrashed 5-1? No, you wouldn't. At least they're at home, where they're so strong. And the man of the match, John Siddott, who are you going to nominate?
It's got to go to Lee Ashcroft. Superb finishing. He's done the job for his team, his manager, and the crowd today. It's a wonderful performance, wonderful finishing, so clinical. And the hard goal for me was the one where he had to run all the way from the halfway line on his own. You have so much thinking time there that sometimes you can make a mistake, but it was a great finish, and I think he deserves man of the match.
Nice straightforward choice for once, eh, John? I don't think anyone's going to argue with that. Totally summing up Tranmere's frustration. Thomas has just sliced the ball out of play. Hunt for West Brom. He's on a corner and almost knocked the linesman over as well.
And there's a player, Tranmere McGrill. He's had an outstanding game, and they've let in 5 goals at the back.
It has been a quite astonishing second half here. Oh, brilliant skill by Ashcroft again, and just overhit it. Still in. We could have yet another goal here. You wouldn't rule it out in this game, would you? Bradley slides a good ball into the box. He won it back here. If Taylor could get it back to him, he couldn't. He had to hold up. Caldicott. Agnew. Ashcroft. Hunt. Lovely turn by Hunt. And a great effort. My word, that could have been 6. Good save by Naylor. He must have seen it by Nixon. He must have seen it coming late.
There's a good turn by Hunt. He turns here on the edge of the box, right-footed, looks up and tries his bending shot. Keeper's made a good save.
It is a day that has demonstrated to perfection that if you can somehow take tension away from players and nervousness and anxiety and allow them to perform with freedom and relaxation, then they become twice the players in many cases. And West Brom have underlined that today with a performance that will give them wonderful heart. Although next season seems a long way away. What a way to end at home anyway. They've still got an away game at Sunderland.
Well, they've all gone to bed last night dreaming of this, wouldn't they? Hoping that this would be the result at the end of the day. The last home match of the season with a super win of 5 goals.
A lazy sort of free kick by Thomas, but there's still danger there as it's turned back towards O'Brien, and then the shot blocked. We're into the last minute now, and Tranmere will only want to hear one thing in the moment. It's called the final whistle. Ashcroft, their tormentor in chief. Hunt. Hamilton. Hunt waits for Agnew to overlap and then comes inside. It's arrogance now. They're almost taking the mickey as Ashcroft knocks it out of play. By the way, one thing I never got the chance to mention, after he scored John Aldridge, that was his 25th goal of the season, which is something that's worth recording. And by the way, now his record at Tranmere, 119 goals in 175 games.
I didn't have that many kicks in my career.
What a signing. £250,000, what a signing.
I can't let the day go by without mentioning really Donovan. I thought he did a great job while he was on after dislocating his finger early on. You know, his goal has made a lot of difference to the West Brom's confidence, and he did a super job for his team.
Well, this is painful for Tranmere now, really. In boxing parlance, the referee should prevent them from further punishment almost. Thomas getting the cross in. They've got a corner anyway. It's not going to make any odds at this point, of course.
Tranmere needs also a pat on the back. They haven't given up. They've kept coming, kept fighting, kept trying to do the right things. It just hasn't come off today. It hasn't come off for them at all.
O'Brien swings it in for them. It's all over. A hat-trick by Lee Ashcroft has helped West Bromwich Albion to a massive victory here and given Tranmere Rovers more heartaches as they seek promotion again. The final score of the Hawthorns: West Bromwich Albion 5, Tranmere Rovers 1.